Well, good afternoon. I happen to have Patrick from Tampa in front of me. He's in London to woo all of the potential tourists and travel trade about the benefits of travelling to Tampa. Good afternoon, Patrick.
Good to see you again, mate.
How you doing?
Very good. It's good to be back here again. A trip I didn't expect to be doing for a while, but no, good to be here.
Good. You've had one or two weather issues in your part of the world recently.
Mhm.
How are you faring? I mean, are you back up and running? People are visiting. What's the story?
Very good question, and it's a challenge for us because we've had two major weather events in Florida in the last month. And when you're the major city on the West Coast like we are, the whole world reports Tampa, 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 Tampa. That Tampa's getting damaged, Tampa's been hit. We weren't hit. Tampa itself, Hillsborough County, had zero damage to our tourism infrastructure. In fact, the minute the evacuation orders were done, all of them reopened. Our neighbors, the beach destinations and so on, unfortunately got pretty badly hit, but even they're bouncing back pretty quickly. So really the message we're here for is to explain to people that we're still there, we're 100% open, everything that we have is still available, and that the people who are residents, they rely upon tourists to come. So we don't want people to think that now is not the time to come. There isn't a better time to come than now to support those people in those industries and to support the community.
Excellent. I know you've got some fairly heavy-duty marketing going to take place in the UK. I think it's starting early next year. Perhaps you can just give me a little taste of that.
Sure. Well, so we've been spending in the UK for a few years, gradually growing, and it's usually from January through about March or April. This year, obviously, because of what has happened and because of the perception of what's happening to the Gulf Coast of Florida, thought it's very important to get into market early. So we're actually going to be in market in November and December as well, knowing full well very few people are going to book during that time, but I think we need to get that brand awareness piece out there so that we can start converting into the new year. But we're going to be looking at a lot of the stuff we already do, the taxi wraps, the out of home, the train stations in central London. We still sponsor Brentford FC in the Premier League, but now we're layering on with a destination sponsor for the London Art Fair in January. We're going to be bringing over 2 Tampa artists to do installations while they're here. And right now we're just layering on as many other things as we can, both trade and consumer, because we've got to get that. You almost got to treat it as back at square one again. 4 years ago, we had a challenge with COVID. This year, we have a challenge with the weather. We have to treat everything like an educational process and start again, and that's what we're going to do. So for the UK specifically, we are going to up our spend. We're probably about double where we were last year. So we're at 1.1 million. What's that, about £700,000 at a guess? And that's going to start rolling out hopefully by next Monday, if not the week after.
Marvellous. You put a great store by sports marketing. I know, as you mentioned, you sponsor Brentford here in the Premier League. You've also sponsored a team in Germany.
Yep, St. Pauli. Yeah.
What does it bring to you? What are the benefits of associating yourself with football teams and sports in general?
Well, if you're with the right team, because for us when we started this out, it was about and some of it was selfish. This was right after GDPR, and we just threw away our database because we didn't know how reliable it was. You want a quick database? You sponsor a football team, you get access to their season ticket list, so you can immediately fill a hole. But to us, it was really more finding a community asset, something we could work with, something where the results, well, I won't say were irrelevant, but they weren't the number one important thing. When you're with somebody like Norwich, who we were, community team, Brentford as we are now, we would love it if they won the Premier League, but as well as I do what the odds are of that happening. Same thing with St. Pauli. It's more about the hipster inclusivity. It's about being community minded. And that's where we want to be. I don't care about having my name on the front of the shirt, but I want my name in the community center. I want to be involved in the football in the community. I want to be involved in the kids programs, the women's programs, all of the things that are for the betterment of the people that follow that football club. And at the same time, if then we can get a halo effect from that, and people, let's say in Brentford, who just happens to be by Heathrow Airport, where we have a daily flight that leaves every day. You know, if you put those pieces together, I mean, it can't hurt. But a lot of it, especially when you're in the budget realms that we're talking about, it's a lot of it's brand awareness and getting that affinity that people trust you as a product and see you as a part of their assets. Which is why we would never choose a team that has ownership issues or has where the fans are going to want the manager sacked if they don't win 2 games in a row. You know, you got to pick this carefully to see where you can build it.
Excellent. Well, very best of luck with your marketing. Very best of luck with the weather. I'm sure that is an issue around the world.
The next 6 months are going to be beautiful.
Indeed
Now we're into the best time of year.
Indeed, they will. Thank you very much.
Thank you.